Well, this video is going to go one of two ways. Either people are going to understand and agree with what I have to say about XDefiant and their monetization plans, or B, I'm going to get chased out of the XDefiant community before it even gets started. Let's speedrun this shit. So along with coming out with XDebrief yesterday, which was a lot different than I speculated. I speculated that I thought, oh, it might be a lore video explaining why all these different factions from different universes are all here playing against each other. No, I was wrong. It was a giant patch note show that interviewed Mark Rubin, explained why he doesn't like skill-based matchmaking, showed off the maps and explaining how they play well, and also leaking the fact that we are expected to get a new map every once a month, which is good in my opinion. But then with the good comes the bad, and there was a follow-up post talking about monetization in XDefiant. Now hold on before you hit that dislike button or get your pitchfork. Let me explain that this isn't all doom and gloom, and this isn't going to be a super negative video or anything like that, but there was some red flags and concerns because I've seen monetization in many different free-to-play games, from Apex Legends to Halo Infinite. I've seen it all, and this is something that is always a concern, especially with a new IP like XDefiant. So in seeing this, of course, I made a Twitter post talking about how I had some concerns and trying to kind of get the conversation out there, because to me there were a few things that popped up as red flags, and instead of just bashing it immediately, wanting to start a conversation and see if we can get some voices out there and show that maybe some things need to be more transparent before the game launches next Tuesday. Also, of course, I knew that this game was going to have microtransactions. One, it's an Ubisoft title, of course. Two, it is a free-to-play game, and I have absolutely no problem with companies having ways to make money. You have to make that money for a game to be successful and continue to grow and be supported by their publisher, aka Ubisoft. And we've seen how they've treated games that don't get the support or bring in the monetization that they need to. But my major point is, I don't want them to outprice the consumer, and a lot of transparency goes a long way. And with how Mark Rubin and the entire XDefiant team has gone about saying that they want to have communication with their community and have a discussion, I thought the best way to do this was to sit down and actually do a video. So the first major red flag that popped up for me was right here at the very beginning, where it says no pay to win. We want to take this time to have an open conversation about the different types of purchasable content we will be providing, but first let's go over a major point. There will be no pay to win mechanics. Any gameplay impacting content that is purchasable is also unlockable through challenges to ensure fair play amongst our community. For example, the DedSec faction in preseason will be purchasable or unlockable through in-game challenge by acquiring 700,000 XP. Now, this is nothing that I'm not used to. I've seen this in many different games, including Apex Legends, where when a new legend drops, either you can purchase it via money, or B, you can purchase it with legend tokens that you earn over time and build up. However, the issue is that I don't know how much the DedSec faction is going to cost. I don't know how long it would take to get 700,000 XP. That information would be really valuable, especially in this conversation, to know how much this is going to cost or how long it could take on average to get to that amount, because then we could have the conversation ahead of time of, hey, this is a little bit too expensive. Hey, maybe you should lower the XP amount so that way it's a little bit more fair for free-to-play users. But we'll get more onto that later because there's more monetization things in the future, but they do talk and cover about rewarding your time. Our goal is to be providing amazing customization options that reward all of the matches, victories, and even defeats that you put into the game. As you play that one more match, all of your time and energy will work towards unlocking content either through the battle pass or challenges. Here are just a few examples of how your time will be rewarded. Free battle pass rewards, in-game challenges both daily and weekly. That's good to know because that might put a damper on how long it's going to take for us to unlock DedSec or any other faction that they add in the game later on. Ubisoft Connect challenges. Really? You think anyone's going to give a shit about Ubisoft Connect? Really? Weapon mastery with regular updates. Okay, that's good. That's a classic mechanic right there. And community participation rewards like Twitch drops, giveaways, and in-game events, which, by the way, is my bad. I forgot to mention this in the video the other day. Yeah, XDefiant's gonna have Twitch drops. Yay! So then they go on to talk about some of the options you'll have to customize yourself in XDefiant, including character skins, weapon skins, MVP player animations, player cards, emoji packs, and even more to come in the future. Because usually those are the basis of what usually starts this kind of stuff, and then it goes from there. Will it go off the rails? Possibly. It is a game that combines Far Cry, Splinter Cells, and Watch Dogs all in one FPS game. Who knows? However, they do wrap up by saying this: evaluating over time. Like we said, we know that this is an important topic. Yeah, monetization in any video game can be a make or break, especially for a new IP like XDefiant and with a company like Ubisoft who doesn't have the best reputation with the community. A topic that demands reflection and evaluation. True. As XDefiant progresses, we will be listening to your feedback as well as player surveys and in-game player data, and constantly evaluating to make sure that we are providing fair and engaging customization options. And then they explain the offerings that you'll have at launch: Premium Battle Pass, Character Cosmetics, Weapon Cosmetics, Faction Unlocks, Player Card Backgrounds, Player Animations, and Emoji Packs. Now, I'm going to wrap up by saying this. That final part of their whole document about this being important in evaluating over time and adjusting, yeah, that's very important, because conversations like this are very important to have, especially with a new IP. And something that really caught my eye during that part of the document was them talking about them focusing on the data. My advice: don't focus on the data nearly as much. Focus on the feedback you get via those surveys, via in-game conversations, via social media, via Twitter or YouTube videos even, because I guarantee you, if you outprice the consumer, there's gonna be a lot of videos and they aren't gonna be positive. I know that the data is gonna probably say, hey, keep hiking up that price or keep it the same because our whales are buying into it left and right. You're gonna make your money, but you're also gonna lose a lot of good faith with your community. And a free map every month isn't going to change that. Genuinely, Ubisoft right now has a major opportunity to turn around the opinion of the consumer about their company. They haven't had a good reputation since 2016, and recent little things like, oh, I don't know, saying that you'll lose your Ubisoft Connect account if you aren't active for 30 days or something like that, kind of puts up a red flag, and that's a video for another day. TLDR, don't outprice the consumer. Make it reasonable when it comes to earning factions, and just don't fuck this up, XDefiant. This is your one good opportunity to make a good first impression. That's all I got for you today. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.